Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, coming at you guys with the highly anticipated 5 cards to have in your trade binder for October. Now before we get into it, if you guys could smash that like button, subscribe, that would be great. I'd love to see 100 likes on this video. If you're buying any of these cards on TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And thank you to all my YouTube channel members. You guys really help keep the ball rolling. I got a monitor right here, and I'm getting a pop filter. So you guys really put money towards the channel to help it grow, improve the quality, get some awesome OTS packs. In fact, I have some right over here, a bunch of 18s I'll be opening up soon. So thank you guys so much. And we're going to get right into it. So the first card I have for your 5 cards to have in your trade binder is actually a Speed Duel card. And this is Speed Duel Dark Magician from Tournament Pack 1. And you guys might be thinking to yourselves, why am I getting Dark Magician randomly for a Speed Duel? Well, I'll tell you why. So Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1 was very rare at one point, with these singles, especially the Ultras like Dark Magician, being around $70, $80, $90. Blue Eyes being around 200. 280, because you could play Blue Eyes back when it came out. I don't know the details, but Speed Duel I guess really was that slow. As well as these packs were very hard to generate. Now they actually re-released Speed Duel 1, dropping the prices drastically. Ultras that were say $300 are like $60, $70. Cards that were $50, $60 are like $15 to $20. Dark Magician right now is sitting at $12. Now, Speed Duel is a type of Yu-Gi-Oh! That could be discontinued at any point. And some of you might be thinking to yourself, Konami's not going to disconnect Speed Duel. Look, with how badly it's going and there's not that many players that play it, yes, it has its scene, but it's just not cutting it. This could be on the chopping block whenever. It could be in 2 years, could be in 3 years, whenever. People are still going to want these cards, and they're going to become more rare, especially if Konami does discontinue them. And that is a strong possibility for Speed Duel, in my opinion. As well as this is the first ever tournament pack for Speed Duel. So this will be legacy no matter where Speed Duel goes, being the first pack, with the singles going up to crazy numbers. Especially since it has a lot of famous cards. Not just Dark Magician, but Blue Eyes, Dark Magician Girl, Time Wizard, has Relinquished, right? Has, I think, some random Gravekeeper card. Woohoo, no one really cares about that card. But it has it for those who do care. But point is, at $12, seeing how this card was $70 to $80, it can only go up from here. And from collector's standpoint, that want every single Dark Magician, because yes, some collectors want every single Dark Magician, they're going to want this exclusive Speed Duel version, especially if they do ever want to decide to play Speed Duel, or if you're able to play Dark Magician in Speed Duels, which will maybe happen eventually, could be a long time. So $12, I will get your copy while you can. Now, the second card I have here is actually Grand Sulfurcord Musicia. Now, this is a 25-cent ultra rare coming out of Dawn of Majesty. Now, the things that this card has going for it is, first of all, it doesn't have any reprint. Even though the tins were supposed to reprint Dawn of Majesty, they don't always get to every card. And this was one of the cards that they actually skipped, and it is only an ultra rare. They didn't even give it a common or anything like that. Now, what this card does is it takes 2 Pendulum Monsters. So it's actually a generic Pendulum card, but doesn't do anything for Pendulums in general. Well, during your main phase, you can add a Pendulum Monster from your hand to the extra deck face up, and one face-up Pendulum Monster from your extra deck to the hand. As long as one of them has an even Pendulum scale. Now, it has the Sulfurcord effect as well, where when you special summon a Sulfurcord monster, you turn one of them, add a Sulfurcord Pendulum Monster from your deck to your hand, which level equals that Pendulum scale of that monster, and you can only activate that once per turn. So the reason why I think you guys should actually get this card is because, number 1, no reprint. Number 2, a generic Pendulum card. We could get support in the future where this card is actually needed for a certain combo or something along those lines. And if this is the only print at a quarter, this is going to go up like crazy. As well as Sulfurcords are bound to get more support as well. And people are going to see, hey, this didn't get a reprint actually, we should go pick some up. So that is 3 reasons to grab this card. We also know that deck building sets tend to get support littered throughout the years. You know, even Live Twins get cards like a year and a half, 2 years later. Same with Drytron, right? Same with Rikas and I believe Adamantipears. So I believe that for an Ancient Guardian, especially because that set is really, really bad, I think they're going to start trying to put more support to make those cards more broken. And I think this is a very cheap quarter card to get. I would actually stock up quite a bit on these. There is a bit of risk, but the reward is outweighs the risk by far. So I will get quite a number of these. Now, the third card I have to have in your trade binder is Solemn Judgement. And you guys might be wondering if you guys have been subbed to the channel for a long time. Hey, Thomas, haven't you mentioned this card before? Yes, I have. And that was when it was $60, and it went up to $140 to $160. And I was like, wow, that's still not, I still would pay more for Solemn Judgement Ultimate, to be honest with you here. But a lot of people were happy that they got their copies. Right now, because Solemn Judgement isn't seeing as much play, but it's spiking up a little bit, this card's sitting at around $104, $105 for an Ultimate Rare. Now, OTS 12 is going further and further behind. We are now about to receive OTS 20, which I believe some stores are getting this week. So we are talking about 8 OTSs ago, and Konami actually slowed down OTS because this was the last OTS release before all of the lockdowns. So 13 was the first OTS pack during that lockdown, while 12 was the last one there, as well as this is a OTS pack that is considered one of the best OTS packs, with the Ultimate Rares being Solemn Judgement, Twin Twister, Chaos Dragon Levianeer, generic cards that people will use for decades at this point. As well as the supers being good, like Gren Maju and Eternal Format supers that people absolutely loved. So OTS 12 is a very hard pack to get sealed, as well as the Ultimate Rares can only go up from here. And if you compare Solemn Judgement to Solemn Strike, you're basically looking at, you know, Solemn Strike being $300 something. Solemn Judgement can easily match that $300 something. So you might pay say $300 for a playset. You might be looking at anywhere from $900 to over $1,000 for just this playset of cards. So this is a very good investment if you want to invest into singles, but you want to put a lot of money into just say a playset of cards. I think this is a wonderful card, as well as it's used in older formats that helps it out, as well as collectors want it because it is an old school card. I believe it came out in Metal Raiders. So a lot of old school collectors, they see this ulti and they think, well, I love ultis, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the ulti foiling, I'm going to go grab that. And so I believe a lot of collectors already have their copies. Mind you, if they don't, I don't know what they're doing. But this is definitely a card you're going to want to grab sooner rather than later, because $100 is still a steal. Now, the fourth card I have here is actually Ghost Belt, but I have the secret rare from the Megatins. Now, a lot of people are looking at these Megatins, and while the hand traps got a little bit of love, you know, a lot of people already got the cards that were ultras, that were short print, all that. Ghost Spell is very underrated, being only $3 right now at the moment for secret rares. Now, this card, it just depends on which format to use it in. But if we ever see, say, DPE coming back, Ghost Spell could be used there. Just like how we use DD Crow, and DD Crow is very good. Ghost Spell, when DD Crow needs to be have more of a variety, like, you know, DD Crow can't hit everything graveyard wise, that is when people start playing Ghost Spell, and we have a lot of formats where Ghost Spell is in and out. This card goes up slowly and rises slowly, as, you know, dual overload dude versions actually were like $1, you know, dual Devastator, and they slowly climbed up to $8, $9, $10 for those ultras. And remember, Ghost Spell was guaranteed in there. These secrets aren't guaranteed. And not only do they look nicer and actually have quality control, because Dual Devastator has the worst quality control of any other set in Yu-Gi-Oh! History, and I will stand by that statement. $3 for your secret rares, that is a great investment. I would actually stock up on these, just like how I told you guys to kind of stock up on Drolls. Might be, say, a couple months, could be around a year or something, but you guys are guaranteed money investing in these Ghost Spells. Now, the fifth card and the final card I have for these 5 cards to have in your trade binder is actually CR Droll Lockbird at $72. Now, a lot of people might be thinking to themselves, why not the Ultimate Rare, or what about the Ultimate Rare? Well, I'm comparing the Ultimate and the CR, and right now the CR, you have to, if you're putting the money for an ulti Droll away for a CR, you're only paying about 39.5%, aka 40% for every CR Droll, because CRs are right now 72, while ultis are about 182. So there's quite a big difference there, and you can essentially get a playset of CR Drolls for the price of an Ultimate Rare, one Ultimate Rare Droll. Now, it doesn't add up. There's like a $30 to $40 difference, but that's quite cheap, as well as people are going to look at ultis and be like, well, I want a high rarity Droll, but I can't afford an ulti, so I'm going to get CRs. And then you're going to have people who are like, well, I don't like the new ulti foiling, but the CRs look kind of good, I'm going to get the CRs. So there is not only a market for CRs, we've seen this with Pot of Desires, CR versus that ulti, which I don't know how you like CR, Pot of, Extrav and Desires over the, ulti Pot of Desires, but hey, you do you, I guess. but people will like to see our Drolls more, as well as these are more affordable. And a hand trap, if Droll ever comes back in the format, which it could with the new Sky Striker support, that's a deck that gets hurt a lot by Droll, as well as we will have other decks like Tri-Brigade, which have been seeing a little more play as well. This card will definitely go up to around $125 to $150 per copy eventually, and investing in high rarity hand traps is never a loss. You are bound to gain at some point of Yu-Gi-Oh's history. So I think they're a very safe investment, as well as I did not expect them to be as low as 72, but hey, one man's loss is another man's game. That's Team Sakurasou with the 5 cards to have in your trade binder. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little short this time. Smash that like button if you did. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player or like these 5 cards, make sure you use my affiliate link down in the description below. It helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.